Like, how short does the bus have to be? And is this guy on it? Alright, let's head on over to the audience reviews. Brian G gives a Minecraft movie 5 stars. Hang with me here. He says, Chicken Jockey, Flint and Steel, The Nether Water, Bucket Release, The Stash, Thy Love Crushing Aloof, I'm Steve, and Lava Chicken. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning when the world's been turned. Like M.O. gives it 1 star, says, it's a film about Minecraft made by people that don't know nothing about Minecraft. 0 out of 10 for this. But he gave it a star, so that's it's a little bit far from a 0. Dialogues, I'm supposing that means dialogues, in film are cringe masterpiece. Okay, sure, we'll go with it. But it was movie for kids. Originally, Spider-Man was also movie for kids and was actually good. Like everyone watched it, not just kids. So was it a movie for kids or was it not? Because everybody went and watched it, not everybody's gonna go see a kids movie. What is this guy smoking? Also, target audience should be 25 since average age of MC player is 25 years. 0 out of 10. So he's reinforcing that he's giving it a 0 out of 10, but he gave it 1 star, folks. Out of 5, by the way. So, according to, if it's on a measure of 10, that's gonna be 2 stars. So he's really going back and forth here. Actors are ugly dressed. First time I saw a trailer, I thought they were hobo family. We need to really take a minute and pay attention to what he has to say. I don't know, guys. He is way smarter than we are. Let's see if we can really track with him here. CGI was horrible. We all know about Pink Sheep incident when first trailer was released. Am I missing out on a Pink Sheep thing here? I know there was one in the movie. I didn't get the joke. What? Am I just the black sheep in this joke? Can somebody explain it to me, please? Ugly mobs. I feel like everything is glowong nonstop. Well, I'm sorry, like MO, everybody is glowong. Maybe you can glowong to the end of your stupid review. Let's finish this thing up. Everything feels green screen. 1 out of 10 for this. So now he's giving it 1 out of 10. Okay, so okay, alright. That's, he apparently loved the green screen here. Loved it, compared to everything else. Because he actually gave it a point. Even if you are kid, I feel like you have to be special kid to find this film entertaining. I want him to say what he's really thinking when he says special kid. Like, how short does the bus have to be? And is this guy on it? Okay, I'm getting in trouble here. Let's go down to Sam, who gives the movie 3 stars. This is shorter. He says, plot hole inconsistencies and scenes that are not possible in the game. Holy smokes! They find a glowy cube. It takes them to a video game world where everything is made of squares and blocks. And he's complaining that there are plot holes. The whole effing thing is a plot hole. All the way back when you look at the poster, to the title, all the way back to the beginning. Before it was even written down in a script, it was a plot hole. Tyron S gives it 5 stars, says, absolute cinema, 10 out of 10. Bring you kids, your grandparents, anyone will love this movie. Chicken Jockey. He's suggesting that this movie is for everybody. I don't think people like Jack Nicholson are going to go see this movie over the weekend. I don't think Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin are going to make a date and bond over a Minecraft movie. That's not going to happen. It's not for everybody. Okay? Go check out my Minecraft movie review. I explain who exactly this movie is for. Now I'll save you the click. I'll tell you here. It's for people who love the scene in Blades of Glory where they're skating to Aerosmith. And it's also for people who can still quote Napoleon Dynamite verbatim. That's like the core audience. And then also it's for children ages 3 to 45. Anybody that does not fit into those descriptions needs to stay far away from this ridiculous thing. Anonymous gives it half a star, says, crowd was very loud, screaming, yelling.
And later there's running and screaming.
Jumping around, do not recommend at all. I went with my 3-year-old and was going to leave 15 minutes in of how bad it was. So this is like a guy that gives a bad review about a product on Amazon because it arrived, an hour late. Like, it's not Nike's fault that the product arrived late. When you give that 1 star, you're hurting the company that had nothing to do with the delivery. They just made the product. You're going to a children's movie on opening weekend. What do you expect? There's gonna be screaming kids. No wonder you called yourself anonymous. You don't want people tracking you down, pointing out how stupid you are. Jessica gives it 5 stars, says kids loved it and me and husband did too. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to Jessica's husband here. It doesn't seem like you vetted your wife while you guys were recording. Like, did you know you were marrying somebody who couldn't, write or speak at all? Now, I know autocorrect comes in handy quite often, but I don't think it's advanced enough to correct your wife's spelling errors and babblespeak. And then I want to say this to Jesse's kids. You will get a better education if you run away and go to a public school than continue to be homeschooled by your mother. That's on the house. And then for whatever reason, the words peak and cinema were used repeatedly in the audience reviews. I don't know if peak was a joke in the movie that I missed, or if it's, but I would actually guess that that's slang today for the young generation. I don't know. So now the kids run around saying peak. They're stuck with half a nursery rhyme to say that things are peak, and that nursery rhyme being peekaboo. So if somebody calls me peak, am I supposed to respond aboo? And whoever's out there calling this movie cinema, that is just not the case. Not even Citizen Kane is cinema. Cinema is a movie theater. Cinema is a place that shows the movies. A cinema does not show cinema. If I get off of riding Riddler's Revenge at Six Flags, and somebody asks me how it was, I'm not going to say it was ride. Like, it was roller coaster. Well, doy. That's all I've got for you. I will see you in the next video. Now, I know autocorrect comes in use quite often, but I don't think it's advanced enough to fix your wife's typos and spelling grammars. I can't even talk. I'm the idiot. I know it's, I can't. I'm dumber than she is. She's probably she's got like a PhD in English. Now, I know autocorrect comes quite in handy a lot of times, but I don't think it is advanced enough to correct your wife's typos and babblespeak.
You said quite in handy.
Damn! I can't talk. I'm making fun of people for not being able to talk. It is exactly what I get.